Hello everybody, this is Kenny, and I am back with another tutorial. Now, last time I did a tutorial for you, it was the octagon floor plan. And so today we're going to be doing the hexagon as I promised. Going to have a quick little geometry lesson in this one for you guys, which hope you hang in there for it, because the whole point to me doing this little geometry lesson is to help you expand your creative juices right here in Fallout 76, learning how to kind of maybe think outside the box and have some fun with some geometry. Because who knows, maybe Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 will have some camp building kind of stuff going on in there. So, alright, let's hop into it. So a hexagon is a six-sided object, of course, and if you were to draw a line from each of the opposite corners, so you do three lines there, you would have six triangles. Now, each of those six triangles are what's known as equilateral triangles, which means all three sides of each triangle are the same exact length. And that is the information that we use here to pull off our little trick. So the diameter, the long diameter as it's called, of a hexagon is one far corner to the opposite far corner. So from left to right there, if each of the six triangles within a hexagon are equilateral, what that tells us is the diameter, the long diameter, is exactly double the length of any of the six sides of the triangle. So if you were to draw that line across from that corner to that corner, and then measure it out to this edge right here in front of us, that would be exactly twice the length. So that is our starting point. And so I've already placed these two here, and so what we're going to be looking at is the fact that this edge right here, this literal edge of these two, will be the actual diameter of our hexagon. So that's our starting point. So, but we have to center a floor exactly like right here, okay? Now you can try to eyeball it, but I like to be super precise with it. And so what I'm going to be doing here is the same trick I used on my Heljarkin Hall remake to have that centered foyer out front the main hall. Do a half wall here, which allows us to place a second staircase here, which then allows us to place our floor and have it be exactly in the middle. Okay, so now we can just go ahead and snap all of this out of the way. Alright, so once again, we have our long diameter here across those two back foundations. That line right there will be the diameter across the center of it, which means that this edge of it here is at least centered. Now, if you were to look straight down at it in geometry terms, come on, that's why. The x-axis of geometry is left to right, and the y-axis is top to bottom. So looking straight down at it, the y-axis of this, we do have to slide, or we have to get the edge more close to the middle, because obviously this bottom edge here is too far away to form a triangle. Well, now what we can do is place a floor section as our first official side of the hexagon. So we're going to do this here. You want to get that corner over there to be matched up. And then it doesn't, obviously it's not going to hit the edge of that, but we don't want that to. We're going to have it come in like this, like so. I think that's good. Right on the edge. Could be a little closer. Away and move it back. I think that got us there. Not quite. Try. Third time's a charm. Oh my gosh. Okay. In case you guys don't know, I have horrible luck in life. I never gamble. There we go. So this edge now is going to be the edge of our hexagon. It's the first one. So now we're going to place another one on this side. Let's get our edge there. raise it up a bit, bring it over. Oh, a little much. Come on. There we go. Is that good? And a little more over. Okay, so now that will be another edge. Now we have two solid edges, and we know what our diameter is, which basically means, let me raise this just a hair. Oh crap. Okay, we'll lower it and raise it. So now that we have two solid edges and our diameter, which basically is that line, this corner to this corner now completes our diameter. And raise this one up a bit too. And lower and raise. There we go. So we can safely get rid of these. But we'll snap this one over to the middle. Because once again, we're going to have that be a corner. So we're going to have this connect to that corner. But then, so the right corner of the one I'm placing will connect to that corner. The left corner of the one I'm placing will be along the edge over there to the right, or left, I mean. Come on, place. A little closer. Okay. And we're going to do that same thing over on this far side, which we can now steal this one to do. Probably pull out. Oh my gosh, I'm just butchering this. See, and this is why I like to do non-live things, but you know, tutorials do have to be live. So there we go. So now we have four sides of the triangle, or the hexagon, but we actually have all 6 corners of it, if you think about it. You got one here, 1, 2, and 3 over there. So all we have to do is slide that out. Now what I like to do is I like to place a new link in here, because then it's centered at least, and all you have to do is select it and back straight off. As long as you're not rotating your character, you can get this thing to line up relatively quick. It's pretty much there. Yeah, it was close enough. And now we just have to scoot this one out. Clipped in there, scooch it over just a hair here. There we go. All right, so now we'll go ahead and let's do concrete for this one. We'll get our walls in there, and of course you're going to want to make sure the wall is facing the correct way, meaning it is, come on, there, facing outwards. Nope, messed that one up, so we'll snap them on. There we go. And last but not least, there we go. So we can get rid of this guy, and now we just blueprint it. Create blueprint, and we'll just overwrite the current hexagon, and we are done. So now we can clear a little space here and place it. Now hopefully I got those foundations at a good position, because I did notice that when you use the wood, typically the concrete looks smoother, but when you do use the wood, the beams, if you got it just right, which I didn't, this one's a bit high, but if you get them just right, if you pay attention to it and are just really anal about getting it lined up, they form a really cool pattern, as you can kind of see here. But anyways, And that wraps that up. Of course, didn't mention it in the last video, but of course you can replace these with any kind of walls you want. Get some glass walls in there for shits and giggles. Yeah, and I will do the roof tutorial soon. I think I'm going to do the functional window curtains next. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care, and I will see you Tuesday for the Atomic Shop. And other than that, I will see you in the Wasteland.